Junior Women's Hockey League action live from Schneider Arena on the campus of Providence College here in the Rhode Island State Capitol. Jake Baskin with you. Good place to be. You got the banners here. You got Cami Granato over there on the other side. But this game, it'll be Mount Academy coming in from Prince Edward Island against the Washington Pride from the District of Columbia, general area. The Saints wearing white, the Pride wearing black. Starting goaltenders today, the Washington Pride will have Sarah Cheney, number 33. Mount Academy will counter with Autumn Lewis, also number 33. Ringette against Kennedy Miles here in the Friar logo at center ice, and we are underway. Corinne Burke. Behind the net now, Van Meter. 10 seconds gone through this contest. It'll hop past the Pride back line. McClellan back to get it. McClellan wearing number 2 in the black and gold jerseys. Burke. Pass off the boards to Prantner. Picked back up by Storty. Storty lost an edge. Wrights. Now bring it ahead. Ruo, number 8. Ruo along the ice and sent right back where it came from by Drew McDougall. Good. Good got it back from Wrights. Simone Good, number 12. Good drop pass back to Ruo. Ruo on the right wing. Now it's Good. Good, slipped against the boards. Off the back of the boards. Here's Good. Came back out in front. Only white jerseys were there. McDougal will shoot that one off a Washington player. And be sent back in by Schneider. Back comes Blackwood. Blackwood lost it at the red line, picks it back up, dumps it in. Around the boards where Jasmine Giannette will pick it up. Giannette had taken away by Schneider. Now it's Perky. Son, number 11. Son for Van Kirk. Camden Van Kirk, number 13, over the blue line. Van Kirk, good stick check, broke that one up. Giannette will give it back to Lutz, who executed the stick check. Walker. Now it's Lutz for the Mount Academy Saints. Swiped out that time by Warford. Line change for the team in white. Marshall moves to Van Meter. Van Meter a little bit too far from McCarville. Now Campbell Walker has it. Nettemeyer. Hit awkwardly off the upper body of Perky, but not able to control it. Penny able to move it over to McCarville. Marion. Off the skates of Miles. Miles takes it in, potential 3-on-2, shoots it along the ice, save Lewis. Rebound chance, never gets back to Lewis. Back the other way is Megan Kenny. Kenny dumps it in, Cheney stops it behind the net. Now it's Marion. Marion up to Sugi. 3 minutes gone through this first period. Off the stick of McCarville. Wrights. Coming in, Ringette shoots one off the pads of Sarah Cheney. Wrights. Ahead to Sugi. Sugi on the far wing will gain the line, but it hit hard off of Goddard, and back it'll go back into the Washington defensive end. Wrights. Bump against the boards. Now picked up by Wrights. Line pass by Goddard. Not able to stay in. And here comes a breakaway for Washington. Sugi. Sugi comes in. Sugi to the backhand and scores! Abigail Sugi made the defensive play, turned it into offense, backhand scored. And 3 minutes and 58 seconds into this contest it is. The Washington Pride 1 and Mount Academy 0. Kate McDonald for Mount Academy. Now Good. Icing called against the Pride. .12:51 to go in period number 1. In the corner is Reardon. McDougal. Back for Reardon. Looking in front. McDonald has it now. Storty right there, and Cheney pokes it away. Past the skates of Van Meter, and icing is called against Washington again. Pass was intercepted there by Crossett. Luo with Crossett just onside. Luo looking for Crossett, broken up by the stick of Joelle Lutz. About 5 minutes gone through this first period. 1-0 on the goal by Abigail Sugi. Lutz. Campbell Walker circles it around the boards. Lutz has it for the Saints. Walker took a swipe at it. Ellie Fenton behind the net. Fenton ahead to Giannette. Warford took a bump. Walker trying to catch Mount Academy on a line change, and Perky had it broken up. Van Kirk, Buck lost in some skates. Stepping onto the ice is Julia Wrights. Wrights has to wait for her teammates to tag up. Wrights coming in on the left side, lost the puck and then took a spill at the hands of McDougall. Drew McDougall. Picked back up by Miles. Miles gains the red, now the blue. Goes into the corner. Bridget Blackwood has it. Right at the blue line, and intended looking for a tip. Mount Academy now controls. Now it's Wrights. Wrights lifts one in along the net, and McDougall tipped that one onto her own net, but Lewis held strong. Overskated by McClellan. Shot down, and this should be icing. 9:42 to go, period number one. 1-0 Washington on the goal by Sugi. As you can see on the scoreboard, Washington leads in shots 4-1, which sounds right. Through the crease, nobody there. Schneider hooks it down. Stayed in the zone. Here's a chance for Burke. Burke shoots and scores! 2-0 Washington on the goal by Corinne Burke. Just put it in over the left pad of Autumn Lewis. And it's the Pride by 2 here in the first period. Blackwood with time. Storty. Behind the cage, Greta Son. Son lost it at the blue, got it back. Storty pressuring. Prantner dances in wide, going into the corner. Pride will change some players. Prantner still in control, can't get the pass off. About halfway through this first period, a shot taken wide by Grace Luo. Under the stick of Son. And pushed ahead by Reardon. Off of Monroe Oliver. Battle for the puck, and Warford unable to come up with it. Now she does. Warford against two Pride players. Monroe Oliver able to dig it out of the pile. Jeanette. Shot taken, save Cheney. Hasn't touched the puck in a while, but denies Maya Monroe Oliver. Now it's Warford. Warford taken away clean by Sun. Up it'll go to Crossett. McDougal back at her own blue. Jeanette. Crossett. Jeanette couldn't keep it. Paige Marion for Washington. Marion picks it back up. Knocked away from her by Kenny. But it'll still be in Pride possession. Walker. Van Meter back to get it for Mount Academy. 7 minutes left in the first period. There's something discarded on the ice. Piece of equipment maybe, or tape. Don't think I've seen stick tape leave a player's stick too often. Watts. Blackwood now for the Saints. Blackwood tried to push it up to Marshall. Walker for Washington. Two 2-0 on goals by Sugi and Burke for the Washington Pride. Taking it ahead is Wrights. Wrights going in 1-on-4 at first, able to be helped out a little by Nedemeyer. Under 6 minutes left in the first period. Fenton. McDougal, back to Fenton. Knocked forward by Horsnell. McDougal. Goddard. Looking for Horsnell. Goddard waiting for the pressure up against the boards. Now 3 Pride players there. And finally dug out by Mount's Horsnell. Ruby McClellan. Chips it in the corner herself, comes back with it. Active stick Lewis, still in Washington possession, whipped on by Sugi, looking for her second goal. Munoz going back out, Wrights. Now it's McDougal again. Prantner. Munoz in the pile there too. And finally coming away with it was Karina Prantner. Prantner on her backhand, nowhere to shoot. Spins and fires it wide. McDonald for the Saints. And down the ice, icing called, so play will stop with 3:55 left in the first period. 2-0 contest. Van Meter. Hard off the stick of Warford. Now it's Burke. Miles came away with it. Back out to the blue line. No look shot. Burke trying to jam away at it, and Lewis has it. 3:29 to go in the first. Offensive zone face-off for the Pride. Simone Good will head back to the bench and be replaced by Madeline Munoz to take on Peyton Ringette. Face-off won by the Pride. Wings room to shoot. Luo unable to dig the puck free. Goddard whipped on the pass. Ringette. Turned over. Cross it. Couldn't get a shot away. Kept it at the line by Son. 3 minutes left in the period. Here's Lutz. Ringette. Goddard shot it into the body of Son. Schneider now for Washington. Schneider carries it over the red. Austin had to retreat. There will be other Pride players to change. Cross it. Hops on the Lewis. Loose puck. Luo came away with the puck. Open net. And fanned on by Kennedy Miles. Marshall. Backhand swipe up to Kenny. Kenny against Van Kirk. Miles up to Walker. Now fresh onto the ice is Perky, but can't gain the blue. Miles. Now Perky. Virginia Perky. Out in front, awkward deflection. Down to a minute and 35 left in the period. Reardon tried to make the steal, but a good active stick for Paige Marion will bring it the other way. Marion in 1-on-2. Loose puck and some skates, and Cameron Reardon came up with it. Reardon turned it over, and the shot goes wide of the net off of Van Kirk. 1 minute left in the period. McDougall. Controlled and neutralized by Ruby McClellan. McClellan in over the line. 45 left in the period. Van Meter against the corner boards. 25 seconds. Picked back up by Rice. Van Meter up the sideboards and out of the zone. It was a good first period for the Washington Pride. They get goals by Abigail Sugi and Corinne Burke. And after 17 minutes, they lead 2-0 over Mount Academy. Second period happening in just a moment. Period number 2 about to start. Jake Baskin here with you from Schneider Arena on the campus of Providence College. The team switch ends. Washington in black, Mountain Academy in white. And 2-0 in favor of the team from the nation's capital. The U.S. nation's capital, I should say. It is a Canadian team on the other end of this tournament. Van Meter. Picked back up by Burke, one of the goal scorers. Burke turned it over. Ringetta, shot from distance, save Cheney. Rebound chance. Scores now. They score! Goddard on the rebound. 30 seconds into the second period. Put home by Penelope Goddard, and it's 2-1. Cheney made a good initial save, but Goddard had good positioning. It's a 1-goal game. McDonald, now Fenton. Icing against the Pride. .46 seconds into the period. Face off one by the Pride. Cross it. Storty keeps it in. Schneider. Pass off the boards to Luo. Picked up by Schneider for the Pride as the Saints will change players. Van Meter intercepts. Tried to get a tip, but it was controlled by Greta's son. McDougal. Now it's Schneider. Almost stepped in front of. Spinning and shooting was Giannette. Didn't go anywhere. Monroe Oliver behind the net. Here's Giannette. Giannette rolls it over under the stick of Olivia Warford and pushed out by Sun. Sun going in, cross it on her left, chips it down, chases after it. Pride will change some. Van Meter, bumped by Sun. Sun gave it away to Giannette. Now McDougal. Hard off the skate of Van Meter. Right at the blue line, Giannette brings it up. Gains the red, gains the blue. Perky. Whacked out by Miles. Lutz carries it in. Lutz goes in wide from the left side and sent away from the net by the stick of Kennedy Miles. Perky gave it away in neutral ice. Here's Marshall. Marshall's shot blocked. Over to the red line. Up comes Perky, 1-on-2, through a screen, save made Lewis, and the rebound goes wide. Picked back up by Good. Now Perky. Perky waits on it, looking for room to shoot, and knocked away. Marshall takes a swipe. Carville trying to get the puck away. Picked up by Nettemeyer. scooped in onto Lewis. Marshall. Back the other way comes Horsnell, but broken up by the skates of McClellan. Horsnell back with it behind the cage. Goddard. Back for Goddard. Swiped out of the air. McClellan in the corner. Just kept into the line by Washington. McClellan, a shot saved Lewis. Blackwood. Not back in the defensive zone. Julia Wrights. McDonald just onto the ice. Reardon gave it back. Storty. McDonald picks up her stick again. Van Meter. Shot awkwardly off of McDonald and just hit wide. It was hit by a high stick and play is stopped. McDonald was just trying to get out of the way or maybe get in the way and got it with a high stick, and Mountain was the next to touch up. 11:50 to go in the second period. 2-1 as Goddard has answered the 2 Pride goals. McDonald. Over the blue, over the red, back over the blue. Van Meter. Waiting on is Reardon. Miles. Up the center ice for Corinne Burke. Burke goes in wide, tries to shoot through a screen and missed. Orford. Warford gains the blue. A shot from distance held on to by Sarah Cheney. .11:01 left in the second period and counting. Marion up to Crossett. Crossett passed it over the blue line, and going after it now is Simone Good. Warford passes it over the red line, chases after it herself. Campbell Walker there, and just beat her to the puck. Hop back out. Nice move by Luo. Here comes Crossett to the net. Crossett pad save by Autumn Lewis. Crossett back out in front. High saunter pass, and it'll be picked up by McClellan. Luo shoots it along the ice, stick save Lewis, and out of play with 9:57 left in the second. Shots on goal are 14-5 in favor of the Pride. Back the other way comes Marshall. Marshall in with McCarville. Kenny. Now it's Wrights. Kenny. Being hounded there by Munoz. Off a skate, it'll hop all the way to Lewis. No further play. 9:25 to go in the second period. You know, we're almost halfway through this hockey game and we haven't had a single penalty yet. Mater to Goddard. Ringette trips to herself. Ringette pushes it behind the cage. Ringette being pounded by Schneider. Out in front, and the Pride come away with the puck. McDougal avoids a bump. Lutz looking for Goddard, the goal scorer. Hops on to Cheney, and Cheney will take no chances. Canton. Now the Pride have it. Good. Gains the line, dropped it for Prantner. Prantner now for Walker. Walker goes in. Walker loose as Burke couldn't get her stick free. Prantner taken away by Horsnell. Or Storty rather. Prantner trying to get the puck free, goes in the corner. Chipped on the other side of the net. Good. To Prantner. Shot taken from the faceoff dot, missed wide. Seven and a half to go in the second period. 2-1 Washington over Mount Academy. Blackwood. Munoz. Back out in front, trying to jam it home. And Wrights met the pads of Autumn Lewis. Outside the zone it'll go. Munoz to McClellan. McClellan up the ice to Luo. Warford came away with it. Out in front of a one-time shot taken unsaved. Luo had the shot denied by Lewis or maybe the side of the net. Line pass back to Luo. Kept into the blue. Holding on to it, Allen, or McClellan rather, and the save was made by Lewis. Five minutes and 51 seconds to go in the middle period. Face-off won by Mount Academy. Horsnell. Horsnell behind Goddard. Will be picked up by her at the blue line. Now Greta Sun has it. Came back out, a quick shot taken, and was wide. Turkey. Goddard comes away with it. Goddard does the one goal this period. Horsnell. Horsnell going in on the backhand. Save Cheney covers with a blocker. Lauren Horsnell. Great chance out in front, and Sarah Cheney, another good save. Picked up by Paige Marion. Fenton. Sugi had the first goal of the game. Burke had the second as Sugi overshot Walker with a hard pass. Now picked up by Storty out in front. Collision in neutral ice, Lutz. Icing. 4:07 to go in the second. Reardon can't take the puck free. Corinne Burke. Reardon taken away. A shot deflected into the corner. Critner. Rights for McCullen. McCullen lost the puck through her legs. McDonald looking to center. Can't get it to Reardon. Munoz. Lost it at the blue without the puck, and offside is the call. Side is Crosser. Got it. Moved it up the middle. Picked right back out to the blue. Ringette. Just onside was Horsnell. Ringette back to Horsnell. Picks it up and knocked off the puck. Goddard trying to jam it home and can't. A collision there between the two 18s, Horsnell and Schneider. Popped all the way back out. It was a Mount Academy pass, so no icing. Blackwood. Now Horsnell. Horsnell the captain. Got it. Paige Marion. Perky goes in. Perky shoots and missed high. Kenny is there. Kenny knocked down. Trying to stay on top of the puck there. Virginia Perky attempted to locate it and dig it away. Minute and 45 to go in the second period. Still a 2-1 game as it has been since the 32nd mark of the second. Coming in is Warford, missed over the net off of the deflection. .20 and count. Going in, and Van Kirk takes a shot that is saved by Lewis. Van Meter. Now Reardon. We're in the final minute of play here in the second period. Cameron Reardon. Couldn't get the tip on the puck. Nedemeyer. Julia Wrights has it. 35 seconds. Wrights makes a move the other way. Lost the puck in the process, but only black jerseys were there. McDougal for 20 seconds. McDougal comes away with it. Looking for Goddard. Goddard gets the step. Goddard coming in to the net, shoots, and a good save by Cheney. Son recovers, back out in front of the net, lift on. Van Meter, one final chance, saved by Cheney, and there's the buzzer for the second period. Sarah Cheney, a couple good saves, and some extracurricular activity for just a second after the green light came on. Third period coming up. 2-1. Washington over Mount Academy. Final 17 minutes about to get underway. Jake Baskin here with you. 2 goals for Washington in the first period. The first by Abigail Sugi and the second by Corinne Burke. Answering for Mount Academy in the second period was Penelope Goddard. And that's how it has remained for the better part of the last 17 minutes. Burke throws it out in front and too far for Paige Marion. It'll hop all the way back for Cheney. Marion has it. Marion ahead off the skates of Miles. Storty now for the Saints. Storty couldn't handle. Burke. McDonald now for Mount Academy. McDonald gave it away. Cross corner dump in by Schneider. Minute and a half through this third period. Kenny couldn't handle. Fenton almost turned it over to Good there, but it'll be picked up by the white jerseys. Reardon. Reardon has Kenny on her left. Reardon too far ahead of Kenny. Lutz outside the line. Picked back up by Blackwood. Blackwood gave it up. Crossing. Bumped against the boards. Warford chasing into the corner. Warford tries the center. Son wasn't allowing that to happen. Van Kirk. Now it's Lutz. Lutz moves it into Giannette. Back is Son. Son with Marion on her right. Up it'll go to Perky. Now Munoz. Munoz has Van Kirk. Van Kirk looking back for Munoz. Lutz might have got a stick in the way. 3 minutes gone through the third period. Back out in front. Van Kirk unable to get the shot away. Marion. Now it's Lutz. Lutz shoots it down the ice. Icing called. 13:57 to go. Here in period number 3. Still Pride 2. Mount Academy 1. Ruby McClellan for Wrights. Wrights to Miles. Miles being pressured by Peyton Ringette. Off the stick of McClellan, and Cheney covers. Ringette got a little bit too close to the net for the taste of the Pride defenders. Good. Now Horsnell tries to swipe it over for Lutz. Krantner and Good both there. Ringette has it now for the Saints. Shot on the way, missed wide by Wrights. Good. And we'll have our first penalty of the game. Lutz and Burke will both find a spot in the penalty box. We'll continue to play 5-on-5, so this is not a penalty-free hockey game, but it is a power play-free hockey game so far. Dug out by Munoz. Munoz back for Luo. Luo on the other side, Munoz. Right at the blue, swiped into the corner by Gretason. Fenton. Van Meter up the side for McDonald. Now Reardon. Reardon pushes it forward. Tries to keep it going, didn't carry the puck all the way through. Cross it for Luo. Schneider. Olivia Warford in over the line, 1-on-4, missed the shot wide. Marion. Back in the other direction, Virginia Perkey. Perkey. Giannette outside the zone. Warford rolls it in on the goal to Cheney, touches it with her stick. Here's Campbell Walker. Kenny couldn't handle it. Giannette there. Kenny back out to McDougall. McDougall, a shot from the blue, tipped on the goal, and Cheney denies Warford with 11:07 to go in the third. Ringette, back to McDougall. Goddard, the goal scorer. Doesn't have it. Back out to Bridget Blackwood. Blackwood, a shot up high, tipped wide by Ringette. Blackwood. Shot on the goal and a good save made off the deflection by Lewis. Approaching the final 10 minutes of regulation time. Still 2-1. Horsnell comes over to the puck and kicked forward by Kennedy Miles. Sent down by Ringette. She'll go to the bench. Picked back up by Wrights. Dangerous play by Nedemeyer. Sugi had the first goal. Stepped in front of by Good. Shot missed wide that time by Madeline Schnurr. Just over 9 minutes to go in this third period. Schnurr. Now Van Kirk still in his zone. Reardon. Reardon taking it in wide. Came back out in front, trying to jam it home on Cheney. One last whack, and the whistle blows. Eight minutes, 29 seconds, third period. Still a 2-1 hockey game. Into the glove of Cheney again. Here's McDougal. Van Kirk waiting on it. Up comes Walker. Walker brings it in over the line, dumps it in. 8 minutes left in the third period. Camden Van Kirk. Collision there in neutral ice between McDougal and Perky. Here's Warford. Walker. Shot in, had it blocked. Perky. Washington will change some players as Corinne Burke goes in over the line. Burke cuts in wide. Miles there with her. Out for Prantner. Prantner trying to dance through. Didn't get the shot away. Up comes Wrights. Wrights cutting in wide. We're under 7 minutes in the third period. Prantner keeps it. Prantner dropped it off. It was a good pass. Miles unable to control it. Horsnell. Penalty coming. So Mount Academy going on a big power play looking to tie the game. Holding the call against Julia Wrights. It'll be the first power play of the game, and it looks like Maggie Burbridge wants a timeout. 6:19 to go in the third period, 2-1. So big power plays. Julia Wrights is sitting for 2 minutes. Mount Academy U19 team has started cheering. Goddard. Horsnell. Puck squirted free. Storting. And out of the zone when we go 20 seconds into this power play. Goddard. Back out in front, Goddard looking for another one. Blocked maybe by her own teammate. Another chance, and Blackwood missed it wide. Warford to Blackwood. Off of Goddard. Brought down Horsnell. Horsnell shoots off the top of the crossbar. Had their chances on this power play. Warford coming in. Knocked down, another penalty. It'll be a 5-on-3. Campbell Walker will join Wrights in the box. 45 seconds of 5-on-3. Shots are 18-13 in favor of the Pride. Face-off won by Washington. They'll have to kill off a decent-sized 5-on-3, but they get a good start in doing that. Just 35 seconds to go in the 5-on-3, and Wright's penalty. Then they'll have to worry about Walker's. Reardon. Taken back the other way. Prantner coming in short-handed. Prantner to the net. Couldn't put it home. But a great play by Karina Prantner to basically end the 5-on-3 as it started. There will still be a good chunk of power play time for the Mount Academy Saints, but Wrights comes out of the box as Reardon gains the line. Out of the zone again. Prantner just had one short-handed chance. Will dump it and go to the bench. Halfway through Walker's penalty, just a minute left on it. Blackwood takes it in. Blackwood to the net. Broken up by the stick of Son. Horsnell. Ringette. Back out to Penelope Goddard. Goddard whipped. Got it back. Able to one-hand it over to Blackwood. Blackwood, blind pass. And it goes out of the zone. 30 seconds left. Pride will try to change. Goddard. Going in. Goddard. Warford and a shot on to Cheney. 20 seconds left in this long power play for Mount Academy. Poked away. Grace Luo coming in shorthanded, has Crossett with her. Luo can't get the pass away, but no matter because that kills off valuable penalty time. Walker out of the box in 5 seconds. Up comes Horsnell. Both teams at full strength. 2-1 Washington in the final 3 minutes of this game. Shot taken, pad save by a stretching Cheney. Luo. Up it'll go for McClellan. 2.5 to go from Schneider Arena in Providence, Rhode Island. Down to 2:15. McDonald takes it in over the line wide. McDonald looking for Ringette in front of the net. McDonald tries from a tough angle. Now it's Fenton in the final 2 minutes. Hit off a skate. .145 and counting. Retreating into her own end is Son. Goddard able to take it away. Able to move it over. Reardon, shot blocked. Goddard, who was loose in her skates. Lewis stays in the net as we're down under 1:30. McDougal. Schneider able to move it out. And icing will be called here with 1:11 to play. And we'll see if Autumn Lewis will just start the next face-off on the bench. We'll see what Maggie Burbage decides to do. With just 71 seconds left, but Lewis is in the net for now. Face-off won by Mount Academy. Bud poked out. Here's Burke. Lost it to Goddard. We're in the final minute of play. Goddard took a hit. Penalty coming. With 58 seconds left, Goddard got spun out. Burke will go to the box, and it'll be a power play for Mount Academy. Six skaters on. Storty, Horsnell, Warford, Blackwood, Ringette, and the player who drew the penalty, Penelope Goddard. Goddard has it. Goddard shot blocked and knocked out of the zone by Karina Prantner. 50 seconds left. Blackwood. Goddard up to Storty. Storty cuts in wide on the right with Horsnell. Storty spins back. Now Warford. Storty whipped on it, on to Cheney, tries to scoop it up. It's still loose, coming away. Horsnell, a shot save. Not out of the zone just yet. We're under 30 seconds. Blackwood a shot. 6-on-4 for Mount Academy. Olivia Warford with 20 seconds left. Now it's Goddard. Goddard thrown back out. Horsnell looking in front. Ringette trying to get it to, trying to jam away. Warford, it's loose in the crease and knocked away from it. We're under 10 seconds. And the puck is lifted out of the zone. And the Washington Pride are going to survive with a 2-1 win over Mount Academy here on the campus of Providence College. They'll go out and mob Sarah Cheney. The defense held strong on that power play in the final minute. And the final today is the Washington Pride 2 and the Mount Academy Saints 1. What a finish to this one here in Providence. Final shots for the game are actually 19-18 for Mount Academy, but the goal total is what matters. And the Pride come away with a win. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Jake Baskin. See you next time for Junior Women's Hockey League action.